Let's see. Alright guys, what's up? It's GG Marco, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to set up your stream today. Um, so the first thing you want to do is you want to go to obs.com and download the software. It should look like this. So you just go ahead and download that. Once you get it all downloaded and everything, go ahead and open it up. And this is what it's going to look like basically. Um, So yeah, how do you set it up? Well, let's go ahead and go through that right now. You're gonna want to go into settings. Click settings. Let's see. Okay. Um, I guess we can start with broadcast settings. The very first thing you want to do is get the stream key from your Twitch account, or whatever you're streaming to. I use Twitch, so I'll show you guys the Twitch example. And how you get the stream key is you go to Twitch main page, you go to where it shows your name, click dashboard, then there will be a thing that says stream key. You click that and it should say show key. I'm not going to click that, but when you click that it's going to show your stream key. Copy and paste it into this little box that says stream key. For server, you can just pick whatever's closest to you. If you want to get more in depth with it, then there's this application that you can download from Google called JTV Ping, and it's this very first link right here, the Team Liquid one. If you click that, this will come up, and yeah, you just download this, and this is what it's gonna look like. So my ping is best in Virginia, Ashburn, Virginia. So that's the server I want to connect to when I stream, because you know I'll get the best results, you know, while I'm streaming there. So it's safe. I've downloaded it. I've used it. It's perfectly safe. Doesn't have any viruses or anything like that. So you should be just fine. Everything else. Oh yeah, the streaming service. You want to have live stream on. You want to have Twitch/Justin.tv on. If you're using Twitch, if you're using something else, click something else. You can set up your hotkeys however you'd like. That's how I want it set up, so that's how I have it. Once you're done with that, let's go into the encoding part. This part is really important because it's going to determine how good quality your stream is. So the very first thing you want to do to figure out how to set this up is go to speedtest.net. Go to speedtest.net, click begin test. I'm not going to show the whole thing because it shows your IP and everything like that. But yeah, let it run through. Once it's done, it'll show what your download speed is and what your upload speed is. And because this is because streaming is based completely on upload, you don't really have to worry about what your download speed is. So my upload speed in this case is 5.96 megabytes per second. So what does that mean? Really, it comes down to, like, you know, your upload speed is going to determine what your max bitrate is. And what max bitrate is like how much you can upload, or how fast you can upload, really. And you know, what kind of quality is it going to be at. So I made a little thing right here for you guys to check out. If your upload speed is anywhere from 1 to 5 megabytes per second, then you want to have minimum 1000 max bitrate to what I have. I'm using full max bitrate because I have 5000, so I'm using 3000 max bitrate. So if you're like, I don't know, let's say 3, if your upload speed is like 3 or something, or like somewhere in the middle, then you want to just play with it. You want to be around 1000, maybe 1500. You know, if your computer can still handle it, you can keep going up. And how you know it can handle it or not is when you're streaming, you'll see this little green box down here. You want to make sure this is always green. And you'll see it time to time jump to like orange, and then back up to green, and that's that's normal. Um, it's not gonna stay green forever. Like, that's ideal, but it's just not gonna happen. If it jumps down to red, then that means you're kind of losing connection, so you probably don't want to keep your max bitrate up as much, or your internet connection is just fluctuating. And it's gonna be a lot less. It's gonna show you as having a lot less. Like right now, I'm only at 129 kilobytes per second because I'm idle. I'm on my desktop. But if I was playing a game, like if I was playing League, it'd be a lot more, you know. And I'll show you guys that in a second. But let's see. Let's open up the settings real quick. If your upload speed is anywhere from 5 to 10 megabytes per second, you can go anywhere from 3,000 to what I recommend is 5,000 max bitrate, and I think that's just pretty much as good as it gets. Is around 5 from what I understand. I'm not too knowledgeable past 5,000, so I don't really know, but so if you have anywhere from 5 megabytes per second upload speed to 10, then you can go anywhere from 3 to 5 max bitrate, or 5,000 here, and your stream should look really nice. Buffer size, I put mine at 1,000. What buffer size does is basically it determines how much data your viewers need to download to be able to view you. So like anytime you watch a video, you download data, right? Or data in order to watch the video, and it's no different than when people watch you stream. So this is how much they have to actually be able to download to see you. You never want your buffer size to be bigger than your max bitrate size. You can play with it a little bit. To be safe, I keep mine at 1,000. So that's what I recommend. Quality balance, you always want that at 10. If it's anything less, then change it to 10. Everything else should be fine. You can up the audio bitrate a little bit if you want. Probably, I'm gonna put mine up to 128. It's probably where you want it. Let's see. Everything else should pretty much be fine. Your base resolution, should be, whatever your resolution size is. So here, get out of here, Rob. Oh, hang on. Okay. But yeah, so you want this to be whatever your resolution size is. Resolution downscale, what is that? So if you are streaming and you want to take, basically, if you want to downscale it, if you don't want it to be as heavy on your upload, then you can downscale it to whatever you'd like. And you can play around with it to see what works best for you. If you don't have the greatest internet or whatever, you can downscale it to make it easier on your computer. Other than that, everything else should be fine. So you just click OK. So now that you've got all the settings stuff out of the way, you need to I'm going to teach you guys how to set up your scenes and sources. And as you can see, I've got a lot of scenes, and every scene is something different. So yours will be completely blank. Yours will be white. You'll have 2 white boxes, and there will be nothing on the inside. So what you need to do is you need to right click, add scene, and just say okay, add scene or whatever. So once you have a scene set up, this will be blank and nothing will show up. And you can see what it looks like by clicking preview stream. I have monitor capture on right now, and that just shows everything that's happening on my monitor, right? I wouldn't recommend this for pretty much anything else than just, like if you're out of the League of Legends client and you're just kind of sitting around. You can use it for that, but I really don't like to. What I like to use is I made a specific scene for when I'm out of game. It kind of looks like, let's see, Looks like this. I don't know. I'm probably going to change it, but this is what it looks like for now. I've got a picture in the background. I've got Grind Gaming on the left. And you can see my client. It's perfectly in the middle of my screen no matter how much I move it. And yeah, see, like I can move it all the way up here and it's not gonna you know, move at all. And I'll show you guys how to set this up. So what you need to do is you need to right click, go to add window capture, say okay, window capture, name it whatever you want. It'll be PvP client, say okay, sure. Once you have that up, right, I'm unchecking it so you guys can see. Once you have this up, you can edit the scene however you'd like. So okay, I'm going to take monitor capture off. So I have it selected. You click edit scene, and this little red box will come up around it, kind of like, I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you guys see it? Yeah, you guys should be able to see what I'm doing. So you can size it, scale it however you want. If you want it like put into the center of your screen, you just right click, position and size center, and it will just automatically put it into the center of your screen. If I take off monitor capture, you'll see that it is completely centered on my screen. So I'm gonna take this off just for a second so you guys can see what's going on here. Basically the way the scenes work is if I want to add a picture or anything on top of what I'm seeing, I just right click, add image, like how I had my gorilla thing up, say okay, image, and I'm just going to use this box just as an example. Say okay, box. You want to make sure it's over the top of what your base capture is. So I'm using monitor capture right now. That's the only thing selected that can show like what I'm looking at besides window capture. As long as I have it on top, you'll be able to see the box on the top, and I can move the box however I want. You just click edit scene. Make sure it's highlighted on sources, and you can move it wherever you want. You can size and scale it. So it's really cool. And then you just click edit scene again to make it not move. But if I put it below, like if I were to put it below, move to bottom or something, you wouldn't be able to see the box. You know what I'm saying? So it would show up as my background. So I could keep the box, and I could size it, fit to screen. Here, let's see, edit. It would just look like my background. I can. Oh no, my monitor capture is too big. Okay, if I went to window capture instead. There. Let's see here. Wait a minute. There we go. Okay. So here's the lead client. Window capture is currently above the box, so I can use the box as kind of like a background if I wanted to, you know. And you can play with it however you want, you know, make it look however you want. And this is actually how you set up your overlays too, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do that here in a minute. So I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna just put it back to monitor capture so you guys can see what the heck's going on. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this because I don't really want this stuff there. So alright, so now that you guys know how to set up your out of game, I'm going to show you guys how to set up your in game. What you need to do is you need to click play, go into a custom game. Oh, I don't want to join, I want to sell. Create, sure, whatever, start, yes. The first freaking
they will regret opposing me.
Alright. So while I wait for this to load, well, it's going to take a few seconds to load. I would be on my out of game box, and it would just show up like this. Oh, what? What? What the heck? What is this? What? I don't know what this is. Or why I'm getting this. But I guess I just got logged out of League. Hang on. Let me relog real quick. Rito, please. Alright. We're back once again. I'm going to set up that custom game real quick. Let's see here. Start game, yes. Okay, Cho'Gath, let's go. Now I'm going to show you guys how to switch the scenes and stuff like that too here in a few seconds. When I play League of Legends, I play in borderless mode. And I feel like, you know, when you stream and when you're streaming and you have your League client up, I feel like borderless mode is probably the best way to go, really. Because you can alt-tab really easily. And it's really convenient. Okay, so I'm in game. I don't want to do monitor capture while I play. And the reason is the screen will flicker and it'll look like shit. Really, it will. It'll look really bad. So what you need to do is you need to go into your video settings, go to borderless mode. For God's sakes, go to borderless mode. If you want to play full screen, that's perfectly fine. I'll show you how to set that up in a sec. But okay, so you're at borderless mode. What you're gonna do is you're gonna right click or you're gonna make another scene. You're gonna add another scene, and you're gonna name it like, you know, in game, you know, and name the other one out of game, the one that we just got done setting up. And in your sources, add window capture, same kind of thing, and it should say League of Legends TM client. You click OK. Boom. Now it's window capture. You want to make sure monitor capture is off. It runs so much smoother. You can alt tab really easily. Here, I'm going to turn monitor capture back on just for the sake of showing you guys what I see. So I can alt tab really easily and see, you know, if you got a Hearthstone game going on in the background, or you know, you just finished or whatever and game just started, or you're checking Facebook or your email or whatever, you can alt tab out really fast, really easily. You know, if you want to take notes, blah blah blah. So how do you set up your overlay? Well, what I did was I went and I looked up an overlay. I found this Yasuo one. I thought it was really cool, and you can find overlays just by going to Google and typing in League of Legends overlays. Some of them you have to pay for, but some of them are free. So just type in free or royalty free, you know, League of Legends overlays. And get whatever one you want. Once you have it open, what I do at least is I open mine up in Paint, and I take little bits and pieces of it and break it apart. So what I'm talking about is, so what I would do is I just take this little left bar, right, and just save that. File save as. I'm just going to save this to my desktop. Overlay 1. Save. What? Oh, okay. So I'm just going to name this 2. Sure. Okay. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to right click add image. Say okay. And find it wherever it was. Desktop. Overlay 2. And it's that little right bracket thing where it shows your teammates. And you probably want to have bots inside your custom game so you can actually see where it would fit. And click OK. And now you notice like there's this white, you know, this white background. some of the time, if you have different programs like GIMP or Photoshop, you can save it as, you don't have to worry about this white background. But if you're just using Paint, you can get around, this bar being here by just right-clicking Properties, use Color Key, and it's already on white. If it's not on white, then you just click Select, and there will be like a little thing like this come up, and you can just click it, the color, and click OK, and boom. See, it automatically filters it out for you, and you can size and you can scale it however you want, wherever you want to put it, however you want it to look. If you want to rotate it, you just right click, position size. Let's see. Maybe to rotate it you have to put it back in Paint. Yeah, that's what it looks like, and that should be fine. You just take it in Paint, you just rotate it in Paint. If you guys don't know how to do that, I can help you with it. It's really easy. But after you got it all set up, this is what it can look like. This is what I have mine set up as. Let's see. Let me add the pictures and blah 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 so you guys can see. Okay. So this is what it could look like, like a regular streamer. It's really cool. So yeah. Let me go ahead and close out of this custom game, and I'll show you guys one last cool thing real quick. And then I guess that'll be the end of the tutorial. Okay. I don't wanna. Is it really gonna make me reconnect? Are you serious? Hold up. Alright, I'm just gonna go back to my monitor capture here real quick. League is being retarded. Thanks, League. Alright, well this is the thing, so there we go. Okay, now that we've got that all sorted out, one last thing to show you guys is how to make your music kind of show up, and how to add text to your overlays. So if you want to add text, you just right click add text. Real easy stuff. Say hello, change the color, black, sure, okay, and just like everything else, edit scene, and you can move it wherever you want. And the same kind of thing applies for the music. So like if I want to show what song I'm playing right now, let's see here. I'm gonna have to open up. Well, I know how to do it for Spotify at least, so I'm gonna show you guys how to do it for Spotify. I'm actually log into my Spotify real quick. Alright, there we go. And what you need to do is you need to get a song going. I don't know if it's gonna mute me. I hope it doesn't. Let's go to some Monster Cat stuff. Cheat codes is Monster Cat. You guys can hear that, right? Okay, so what you need to do, you need to download a program called Snip, and it's gonna look like this. And what you need to do is you need to go into this. Wait a minute. Maybe it's Snip history. Oh, okay. So you're gonna have Snip, you're gonna have this, and have that. I'm having a dirt moment. Bear with me, people. And what you're gonna do to get the song name to show up, you're gonna right-click Text Properties. Instead of saying hello, you're gonna use text from File, Browse. You're on Desktop. You go in and you go to wherever your snip is. You click Snip. Say okay, Snip. Make sure your snip is open. Okay? Snip is open. All of a sudden, boom. You see, I didn't do anything. I didn't type that in. Not sure why it's showing up like all funky. Alright, there we go. I don't know why it's this big. I'm gonna scale it down a little bit. That's a little ridiculous. Let's go down to like 20 or something like that. And there we go, people. That's how you do it. And you can put it wherever you want. Obviously, I don't have the best background in the world to be showing you guys what it looks like. You want to right click on your snip. Make sure Spotify is selected. If you're using iTunes, go to iTunes. So that's how you do it. I think that is pretty much it. Oh, scene switcher. Man, I almost forgot. Alright, here we go. How do you set up your scene switcher? So, alright, you're out of game, and what you want to do is you want to be able to set up the scenes so that they automatically switch, so you don't have to go like this. You know what I'm saying? So if I click this, it's going to go to the next scene. If I click this, it's going to be in game. If I click that, it's going to be out of game. Oh, my lead client is closed, so you can't see the lead client, but that's what it looks like when the lead client is not open. Let me open it up real quick. Alright, give me one sec. If you're wondering how to get a moving background like that, you can either do a video or you can do what I'm doing, and it's real easy. Just use a GIF, insert image. Remember, I showed you guys how to do that. Put it behind your window capture and just do it as a GIF. That's all this is. It's a GIF. It goes over and over and it just replays. Alright, so now that I'm logged back in, what you're going to need to do, you're going to need to go to Google. Once again, go to Google and type in OBS scene. Scene switcher. Bam! Here we go. Simple scene switcher. You can do that, or they have a League of Legends one. Where is that? League of Legends scene switcher. You want to get it from the actual OBS site though. League of Legends. League of Legends scene switcher. Bam. Go ahead and download that. And it actually looks different than mine, than what I've got, but I can show you guys what I got. I think I'm using the simple scene switcher. Okay, the League one is not. It's not too much different to set up, and I'll show you guys how to do that. Oh wow, you guys didn't even see what I just did. Okay, so you go into Google and you just type in League of Legends scene switcher. The OBS project one will come up. You know, or you can just type in scene switcher without League of Legends, and you'll get what I got. Download the League of Legends scene switcher. If you're using a 32-bit computer, then download the 32-bit version. If you got a 64-bit version, then download the 64-bit version. If you're like Marco, I don't know what version I have. All you need to do is click this, right-click computer, properties, bam, or you open up your computer and right-click inside of there and click properties. And it'll show you. It'll show you everything you need to know. I'm not going to open it right now because y'all don't need to see that. So it'll say 32-bit version or 64-bit version. Download that, and then what you're going to need to do, once you have that downloaded, open up your drive. You're going to probably need to find where it says OBS. Let's see. Where's my OBS? There we go. And right in where it says plugins, if you're using 32-bit, throw it on in there. If you got a 64-bit version, then in your 64-bit version of OBS, open that up. It'll look like the same thing. Plugins, boom, throw it in there. I already got scene switcher in here. It's right there. And how do you set that up? All right. How you set it up is you click plugins right here, right? And it should show up right here once you've dragged it into the folder. Should be just fine. If it doesn't show up, then you can try to put the 32-bit version in the 64-bit file. And what I mean by that is, remember I showed you guys, you know, this right here, and this is actually what I had to do, which was kind of funky. I hope you guys don't have to do this, but what I did was I put the 32-bit version of Scene Switcher inside the 64-bit version of OBS, and it worked. Okay, so I put it right here, and this is the 32-bit version of Scene Switcher inside the 64-bit version of OBS. So if you guys need to do that, go ahead and try it. Go ahead and play with it, and it should end up working. If it does not end up working, then you can use the 32-bit version of OBS. Okay, it doesn't really matter. I'm not really sure what the difference is between 64-bit version of OBS and 32-bit version of OBS is. I'd assume that it goes along with whatever your operating system is. But I'm not a computer science guy. I just know what I know. So, alright. Once you have this open and you get this figured out, click configure. And it'll show you what comes up. For the League of Legends version, it's going to look a bit different than this. Okay? And it'll be easy. It'll say out of game, what scene do you want to show? In game, what scene do you want to show? Okay, and you select the scene on OBS that you made, and that's why you got to make sure you keep track of what the scenes are named. So you want to make sure you name the scenes. Okay. And all you need to do, like I already had mine set up, you need to click start. You want to make sure it says plugin is running. Okay. You click OK. And I'm not going to do that right now. But basically, it'll say anytime you're out of game, right? Anytime League of Legends is not running, that it'll be on this scene, the out of scene one, right? But anytime League of Legends is running, it'll be on the in-game one, okay? And you don't need to necessarily use the window capture. Like if you want people to see what you're doing when you're out of game, like you pull up OSU or you pull up Hearthstone, you're browsing Facebook or whatever you're doing, then you can have just monitor capture. You can just make a scene, click monitor capture, boom. It's that easy. But if you want to have the fancy overlay and blah 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 and this and this and that, then I would highly recommend that you use the window capture. And when you use the window capture, just remember it's only capturing that window. And you can stack windows. Like let me show you guys something real quick. And I do apologize that this is a long tutorial, but this is a lot to learn. So bear with me. Alright, so if you want to set up a window capture, right? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just make a blank one right now. Add scene. Okay, you guys can't see anything because I haven't had anything selected. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to window capture and click OK. Do my PvP client. Boom, you guys can see that all of a sudden, right? I'm gonna center this. Position, size, center. If I want to add another thing, another window, like say, alright, say I got my Spotify open, right? And I wanna show that. Like pretend this is, alright, you know what? Pretend this is a Hearthstone or something like that, right? I'm just gonna right click, add, window capture, Hearthstone or OSU, window capture. And in this case, I have Spotify, right? And what I'm gonna do is, whoa, what is this? Oh my goodness, this ain't Spotify. Remove. I think I selected the wrong thing, but it'll show up. You can size and scale it however you want. You know what? Screw it. Let me just open it. Give me a second. Alright, hang on. Starting battle.net. And this is kind of like how BoxBox has his setup, where he has, the main OSU page, and then he's got League in the top right, and he's got his chat and everything. When he's out of game, and he's at picks and bans or whatever he's doing. So I'm going to go ahead and click play on Hearthstone real quick. Hang on, it's still loading up, guys. Okay, so I'm going to do this. Right click, add, window capture, Hearthstone. You guys see that? Okay, center. What I'm going to do is, if I want it to look more like BoxBox, I'm going to move up where it says my League of Legends client, and I can change the opacity of it. If I right click properties, opacity, and what opacity does, you're like, alright, what is opacity, Marco? I don't know what opacity is. Basically blends it. You see that? You see how it's blending? Or it's becoming see-through, rather? I'm going to just turn it down a little bit. I'm going to go down to like 55. Say, okay, I'm going to make this super small. Nah, that's too small. It's too small. Why does it show two Hearthstones? No, I don't want Hearthstone. I want League. Okay, hang on. There we go. PvP client. I don't know why I changed all of a sudden. I'm going to turn up the opacity. 50% is a little too much. Then you can't really see anything. Let's go down to 70%. 75%. You can still see what's going on, and you can still see me while I'm playing Hearthstone, right? Like, you can see everything. You can see me while I'm in queue on League. So like, alright, I'm waiting on a game. I'm waiting on a draft pick game, right? You know? And I'm playing Hearthstone at the same time, you know? I don't play a lot of Hearthstone, so I got the basic cards, so I don't give a damn about what you guys say. But yeah, that's pretty much how you do it. If I want to add, you know, make it look real nice, song info, you know, add that at the bottom. You know, remember what I showed you guys? Use text from file, browse the snip information at the bottom. Change the color to black, font color to black. I'm going to decline the match because I'm not trying to play right now. Go down to, I'm going to do 15 on the size for the song name. Okay, 15. Here we go. I'm going to put that down there. You guys can see that. That's what I'm listening to right now. I'm going to add, what else am I going to add? I'm going to add a picture, bottom right. Let's see, desktop, GG. I'm going to add Symphony's little Mario guy right here. That's what's going on right now. That's what I'm doing right now. So yeah, this is pretty much it, guys. This is how you do it, you know. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm going to put links to everything, the JTP or the JTV ping, blah blah blah. I'm going to add OBS. I'm going to add the scene switcher. I'm going to add Snip. So if you guys have any questions, just feel free to ask me, and I will help you as soon as I can. But for now, that's it. And I pretty much covered almost everything. So, alright guys. Sorry for the long tutorial, but it was a lot to cover. So, I hope it helped you guys, and I'm out.